Another day where there's just way too much adventure to put on one video. So here is our part 2, where we start by going to the Western Wall and then a whole lot more. Here we are boarding our bus at the beautiful Notre Dame with palm trees. Janet's inviting everyone on the bus, and off we go. Our first stop for part 2 here is the Western Wall. We have to go in through the dung gate to go up to the security and enter the Western Wall. Here we are going through security. It was pretty easy today, which is always nice, and we all gathered inside, and I gave them an explanation and several talks about the Western Wall and the tradition and practice of the Jews. Came along. He wanted to make a magnificent, to show off. He was a big megalomaniac show-off. He wanted to make the most and he tried to ingratiate himself to the Jews. He wanted the Jews to like him. So what he did is, instead of building the new temple on top of this hill, instead he built 4 retaining walls around that mountaintop, filled it all in and built a platform on top. So now where this is, it's got a big 33 football field platform that's setting here. Now you can build the temple, you can have all the courtyards, you can have Solomon's portico, 33 football fields is Temple Mount up there. Those walls are part of the retaining wall that Herod built to make the platforms. Does that all make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. We saw when we came around the south wall. This is the western wall. When we were at Gethsemane, you saw the Golden Gate. That's the eastern wall. All of those are the wall of the platform, the retaining walls. What Jesus meant is he was pointing to the temple, which was over 7 stories high right there. Beautiful temple with golden clusters the size of a man. When Jesus left the upper room over that way and he was walking towards Gethsemane, he was talking about, I am the vine and you are the branches. Where do you think he said that? Right here on the way, because Gethsemane is just beyond. He came to the temple and he's looking at the temple and he sees the great clusters of grapes, and he's saying, in a sense, I am the new temple. If you abide in me, you're going to bear much fruit. See, again, a beautiful object lesson. And then he prays his high priestly prayer of John 17, where he praises, where do you think he prayed that prayer? That was prayed on his way between the upper room and Gethsemane, right at the temple. If you understand the geography, what's going on from point A to B, and read what's in the middle, there's always rich things that you can pick up from the text. Anyway. Yes. Those are the prayer shawls. See, like this guy right here? See the tassels? So our guys are arriving here at the Western Wall, and the women are over on that side with Janet. And we're coming here to pray at the Western Wall and to just be amazed by it, actually. Something that's been here for 2,000 years. Look how big it is. And yet that's only half the size. It used to be much farther down. The ground is higher now than it was then. So we come up here and pray, and you can see the prayers. It's been stuffed into the wall. It's a step back in the Old Testament and the New to go to the Western Wall. Here we're going out the Dung Gate, and we arrive back at the Notre Dame for our group picture. What a beautiful group. Look at that.
Junior, yeah.
And we have a little girl, it's called Anna Maria, but now she's at school today because they already down there in exams, the final exams. So as Steve said, my wife worked for the Catholic Relief Service, and we're not leaving this country because it's very hard to live here because political situation, religious situation also, because we can't celebrate. If you live in Jerusalem, you have difficulties with the Jewish and the Muslims, and if you live even in the West Bank, you have both sides. But as Steve said, I have many relatives in the US and always calling me, come us, live there, come over there and stay. But as my father and grandfather was here, and they told me once, you know, you mustn't leave this country. And still now, I'm with them.
Aren't you glad? Whoa, we don't want to get hit by that.
Do you feel like you're herding sheep sometimes?
Chance.
You're a shepherd.
All right, no, there's no one coming that way. Okay, let's go. All right, we're all going to lunch. We're going to go back through Newgate here for lunch. They made it through the first light. We made it through the second one. Right there is the Latin Patriarchate, and you can see the Vatican flag flying above it. That's like the Archbishop of Jerusalem. I just stopped there and explained all that. Now we've come to lunch here at one of my hideaways in Jerusalem called Rossini's. They have an excellent restaurant menu, by the way. It's kind of an Italian, French, and we're all here settled in for lunch. And as you can see, but there's a whole bunch more up top. Look at that. They're up there on the second floor in the upper room. And we'll go up there in just a moment. Documentation. What are you folks doing this afternoon?
Good. Nap.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna go see that shroud exhibit.
Good idea. What about you?
I'm gonna take a nap.
A nap. Good idea. Me too.
Hotel Notre Dame.
What are you going to do this afternoon?
Taking a nap.
And after that, what are you going to do?
Go shopping.
Go shopping. All right. Have fun.
All right.
What are you doing this afternoon?
I don't know yet.
You haven't figured it out?
1 hour nap.
1 hour nap. That's what a lot of people said. What are you going to do after your nap?
Nap and walk.
Walk. Fun.
Yeah, nap first.
Have a good time.
Short nap.
You too?
Yes, sir.
Well, the Rossini's restaurant is in Jaffa Gate, and now that everybody has the afternoon free, and they've scattered to do a lot of things they want to do. Some are going to walk along the top of the wall here. It's called the Ramparts Walk. Others are going to the Tower of David, which is here. This is the Jaffa Gate, and some people are going for a nap, others shopping, others going back to the Holy Sepulchre to pray. But it's sure a busy place here, and so much to see in Jerusalem. It's unbelievable. So we'll catch back up with you at dinner tonight on the top of Jerusalem, the Cheese and Wine Barn restaurant in Jerusalem. Father Dan and I went to the Latin Patriarchate. He is a knight of the Equestrian Order of the Holy Sepulchre, and he was receiving his pilgrimage shell from Bishop Marcuzzo of Jerusalem. Great time. Look at the salads already bringing out. The wine's being poured, the Caesar salad, the mushroom salad, the Thai salad,
The beef salad.
blue cheese salad, the seafood salad. There's a seafood salad too. Good stuff. Now, what's really cool about eating here is this is looking out over Jerusalem. There's the Mount of Olives there, the Dome of the Rock. Those two domes right there are the Holy Sepulchre. That's the Holy Sepulchre. That's the Franciscan Church of St. Xavier. Over there is the mountains of Jordan, the mountains of Moab, the Judean wilderness where we're going to go. Very nice view while we're having dinner up here. And of course, there is the Notre Dame Center with Our Lady and the Vatican flag. Cooking our dinner, the steaks and the salmon, and there's Sammy right there. He's the head chef. Rummies. They're cooking our steaks and getting our dinner ready there. It's pretty cool when you can watch the chefs cooking. And there's our dinner. This is our chef Sammy, and we're all giving him an applause. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. You can see things change as it's going dark. This is Jerusalem going into the evening. There's the flag, the Vatican flag flying. Love being in a place that's owned by the Vatican. Notre Dame Center. So here we are, ready to say good night after a wonderful dinner we've had up here on the rooftop of Jerusalem. Can you get a better view than that? I don't think so. God bless you all. We'll see you tomorrow.